Boulevard are finally getting in on the integrated bracelet craze. They have released an integrated bracelet watch. I have a little bit of an exclusive on this watch, or at least I think I do right now. I'm not sure if there are any other videos for this watch on YouTube just yet. It is their Super Seville, and this is a historic model that they have reissued. It's the Super Seville Square, which was usually a day date. However, they are releasing this in a date form. It's getting a precisionist movement. So they're going a little bit of a different route than many other brands have been doing, coming out with modern versions of integrated bracelet watches. This is a reissue of a vintage watch, and it's a very faithful reissue of their Super Seville Square without, of course, that day complication. They are making it a thoroughly modern watch because you are getting that precisionist movement. I have 3 versions to show you guys. Right now I have the green dial on my wrist, and I have to say, this has a beautiful green dial. It's vertically brushed and it looks a lot more expensive than it actually is. And when you get it out into the sun, it really does come alive. Actually, all of the dials here come alive when you get into the sun. I also have a gold PVD version that is a white silver dial, and then I have the blue dial version. These do get a date, and they do get a cyclops over that date. You're getting applied indices. There is a little bit of lume on the dial, and there is a little bit of lume on the hand, so these are everyday watches. At the 12 o'clock, you're getting the tuning fork logo, and that replaces the 12 o'clock index. Right below that tuning fork, you're getting the Bulova logo, and then at the 6 o'clock, or right above the 6 o'clock, it's just letting you know that this is a precisionist. So that's really all that is going onto the dials here. The bracelets taper really nicely, very vintage inspired again, however, slightly modernized from those vintage models. You are getting half links in the bracelet, so you can get a very good fit with this watch. There are actually 2 half links built into the bracelet, and then of course the rest are full links. This is not an oyster style bracelet. It's not a president style bracelet. It's somewhere in the middle between the two. It's a 3-link bracelet with the center link being polished. So this is a little bit dressy. You also have a fluted, or really a coin edge bezel. I wouldn't call it fluted because it's a little bit tighter than a fluted bezel. And of course, this is getting that 1970s vintage inspired square case, the square Super Seville. It's in the shape of a TV screen. So you're getting a square case, you're getting a square bezel, you're getting a square sapphire crystal on this that is slightly raised above that square bezel. And again, you're getting a coin edge bezel. So this gives it a very vintage look. However, the feel of this watch is of course thoroughly modern. Now, if we're talking about thoroughly modern, we have to talk about the precision, the high precision quartz movement that go into these watches. It is the precisionist, and that is why you're getting an extremely smooth sweep seconds. So this is a quartz movement with 8 jewels. It's a very high-end quartz movement. It's extremely accurate, and you get a smoother sweep second than you get from a high beat movement. In fact, the sweep on this watch is actually closer to what you get from a spring drive movement from Grand Seiko than it is from a high beat movement. So it's not as smooth as a Grand Seiko spring drive, but it's almost there. And for the price, you really cannot beat these movements. And that's the reason why Bulova have been putting these into a lot of their new watches. It's really something that you cannot get anywhere else. So you're getting a really smooth sweep second that, like I said, beats out a lot of high-end movements. Size on these watches are a little bit different from your normal everyday integrated bracelet watch. There's a few different reasons for that. Case is around 38 millimeters. I measured 37.5 millimeters. However, they're thin, so they're around 10 millimeters thin. The lug to lug here is what matters. Most integrated bracelet watches have very long lug to lug. Some of them even wear like cuffs. This does not. This wears like a traditional watch. So the lug to lug on here is around 47 millimeters. That's including the male end links on the bracelet. So the lug to lug, not very long on here. So these will actually wear well on smaller wrists, and they'll wear well on larger wrists as well, which is very uncommon for an integrated bracelet watch. Price on these, there's 2 different prices. I do have the silver dial in the gold PVD. and that comes in at around $775. However, it's the blue dial and the green dial that are my favorites, especially that green dial coming in at $695. The green dial vertically brushed, the same brushing that the other two dials get. However, I think that it looks the best on the green dial in my opinion. The only thing that I would say that this watch is lacking a little bit in is water resistance. If it had a little bit more water resistance, this would be a great everyday sports watch. Unfortunately, they've only put 30 meters of water resistance. This is technically a dress watch, not really a sports watch. It's a dressy integrated bracelet watch. Other than that, I think this is a really good looking watch that will wear very comfortably on most wrists. And of course, you're getting some Tudor vibes here. You're getting some Rolex vibes. It's its own design. And of course, Bulova has their own history, which is great. And a TV screen watch, not something that's been done very often by many of the major brands. I like to see that they're trying to do something a little bit different. And of course, it doesn't hurt that they've done it in the past, so they have something to actually look at when they come out with a watch like this. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I think this is a very good looking watch, and I really love what Bulova are doing here. They made it feel like a modern watch, however, it looks like a vintage watch, and I absolutely love that. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I really want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.